Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today, so let's start with the May 26th episode of WWE Raw took place at Tampa, Florida. The event continued the build-up to Money in the Bank. The men's Money in the Bank triple threat qualifying match saw Chad Gable vs Dragon Lee vs Penta. This match kicked off the show. Fans in Tampa were more than ready to watch the three go at it. Pretty early on, Penta and Dragon Lee made it clear that they wanted to eliminate Chad Gable from the situation so they could wrestle each other alone. The contest carried on through a commercial break. Penta had a chance to really show off his power in this match as well, but he had stiff competition as well. Vikingo was in the crowd, and Chad Gable had some words for him. Then Dragon Lee came out of nowhere and dove onto Penta. At that point, Gable started hitting Vikingo before he continued the match in the ring. Then Penta and Gable traded chops for a bit. The match continued as Chad Gable nailed a double German suplex, and then he hit a moonsault off the top for a near fall. Suddenly, Vikingo kicked Gable and Dragon Lee climbed up to nail a double stomp, but Penta hit a Mexican destroyer followed by another move for the win. We saw Solo Sikoa win the first spot in the men's Money in the Bank match. LA Knight also qualified for the Money in the Bank match during May 23rd SmackDown. They need a few more participants, and qualifying matches went down this week on Raw. One qualifying match for the Money in the Bank match saw Sami Zayn vs Finn vs Seth Rollins. This match was the main event of the night. The first match saw Penta win to earn a spot in the Money in the Bank match. This was a hard-fought match for everyone involved, and fans were very much behind Sami Zayn. Chants of Sami rung out as the competitors battled through a commercial break. The match carried on, and Seth Rollins kicked out after a Blue Thunder Bomb. Later on, Braun Breaker pulled Sami off Rollins to break up a pinfall. Jay then ran down to fight them off, but Breaker broke him in two with a massive spear. Then Bronson Reed crushed Sami as Dominic Mysterio gave Finn a chair. Suddenly, Seth Rollins nailed a stomp on the chair and he won the match. Rollins didn't get much of a celebration as CM Punk came out through the crowd and hit him with a GTS. He was able to run off before Bronson and Breaker could get to him. Now, Seth Rollins will go on to Money in the Bank to take part in the match. WWE has recently announced that the highly anticipated Evolution 2 event will return on July 13, 2025, live from Atlanta, Georgia, and it appears that the company is already considering a major match for Becky Lynch on the show. According to Corey Hayes of PWN, it was reported that Becky Lynch vs Bayley has been discussed for the upcoming Evolution 2 event, and fans are obviously excited about the match. This comes after Bayley was taken out of her WrestleMania 41 tag team match after she was attacked backstage and couldn't compete, and the attacker turned out to be Becky Lynch. Their feud has been building for a very long time now, since they have a decade's worth of hatred for each other. In the meantime, Becky Lynch is set to face off against Lyra Valkyria for a second time at the Money in the Bank event for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. With Bayley already working hard to get into in-ring shape, many fans believe that Bayley will return at the event and finally begin her feud with big-time Bex. Therefore, we'll have to see how WWE books Bayley and Becky Lynch's feud once Bayley makes her triumphant return. Do you want to see Becky Lynch and Bayley face off against each other at Evolution 2? Roman Reigns has been off WWE television since the Raw after WrestleMania, but signs are now pointing toward his return being closer than fans may realize. While WWE hasn't officially confirmed anything, Paul Heyman just dropped a major hint during the opening segment of this week's Monday Night Raw, and it had Tribal Chief written all over it. Reigns was last seen on April 7 when he and CM Punk were ambushed by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, with Paul Heyman seemingly aligning himself with the new faction. Since then, their alliance has added Bronson Reed, who made his presence known at WWE Saturday Night's main event over the weekend. During the Raw, Rollins, Breaker, Reed, and Heyman kicked off the show with a segment that felt eerily familiar to longtime WWE fans. After hyping up Breaker as a multiple-time WrestleMania main eventer, and calling Reed so dangerous WWE was afraid to put him in the ring with top talents, Heyman shifted the spotlight to Seth Rollins with a loaded demand. "Acknowledge Seth Rollins," Heyman declared, before falling to his knees in a pose nearly identical to the one he used during his legendary run alongside Roman Reigns. The visual was unmistakable. Heyman might be standing next to Rollins now, but Reigns' presence is far from forgotten. WWE Creative is clearly leaving the door wide open for the former undisputed Universal Champion to make his return and shake things up. While Reigns is not currently advertised for Money in the Bank on June 7, he is listed for SummerSlam weekend on August 2nd and 3rd. There's also Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia on June 28, but his status for that show remains unclear at this time. Do you think Paul Heyman is luring Reigns into a confrontation, or will Roman reclaim his position by dismantling this new alliance himself? Let us know what you think in the comments section. Thanks guys for watching and please subscribe.